Hey everyone, welcome back to the video. My name is Lucas, and as you can see by the title, we'll be doing my most requested video ever. So before we get into that, I do want to say that the footage in the background is just me PvPing. I'm not really sure what's going to be in the background because I haven't recorded it yet, but just me playing Minecraft, doing stuff. You know, you don't have to watch it. You can just listen to the audio if you want. It has nothing to do with the game. It's pre-recorded stuff. So yeah. Before we get into this, I do want to say this is my personal experience. I don't know other people, and every single person that gets accepted has a different way of getting accepted. This is just my personal experience, as I said before, and everything is different, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing this from my head. So sorry if I stop a little. I'm trying to think of what to say. I don't have anything written down, so I'm just gonna do my best. So yeah, hopefully this is helpful to people. If you like it, please subscribe, like the video, comment, share, you know, all of the usual stuff. So yeah, let's get right into this. So, if you don't already know, my name is ExtremeLoose53, obviously you can see it by the channel name, and I was a Mineplex mod for 11 months straight. Most staff don't last that long, and I'm very, very few of the staff that actually lasted that long. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So, starting with the application phase, there's a couple things you need to know before even applying. First is that the Mineplex staff team in general it's not really what a lot of people think. It's very, very hard work. It's very time consuming. If you don't have the time, do not apply. I'm telling you that now. If you don't think you're ready for it, don't apply. That's an important thing. If you don't personally think you're ready, don't apply, because they know if you're ready or not. That happened to me. And actually, you should really spend a lot of time on this. Don't make it sloppy, especially your application. Like, actually care for it instead of just doing like, oh, I want to be staff because I want to ban hackers, or you know, something that everyone does. And you have to make something unique and special about your application and interview. So yeah, I do want to say it took me 14 applications, 3 interviews, and 1.5 years to get accepted. Yeah. So I'm gonna go through the application, like each question, and kinda, I can't really tell you like, oh, okay, you're gonna write this, you should write this, because obviously, you know, it's my application. So I'll tell you kind of like what I personally think, some tips and tricks, just as the title says. So, you know, obviously for, you know, you're gonna want to do, like, there's basic information where, make sure you have a Skype account, you have a microphone, you have a Minecraft account, you know, all that basic stuff. So here's a fun fact. If you speak more than one language, I mean like English, French, Spanish, you know, etc., you will have a much, and I mean much, higher chance of getting accepted. Like, this is like way, way, way higher, because Mineplex is in desperate need of people who can speak more than just English. And also, if you're from the EU/UK or AU, Australia, you will also have just a little bit higher. Not that much, just like by like 10% or 5% higher. Probably like 5% higher. These are guaranteed facts. I know for 100%, because I know exactly what the recruiters are looking for and everything about it. Some other people made videos about this right there, that fact too. So that's correct. So, going to the age part, the age requirement for Mineplex is 14 plus. Now, there's a couple things about this. It is almost impossible to get accepted if you were under the age of 14. Like, I mean, almost impossible. Actually, fun fact, Jack was 13 when he got accepted, so that's pretty cool. And then I met him because we were in the same batch, he was one batch after me. We were same mentor. Okay, that's another story for another day. But it is almost impossible, unless you can make the best application and interview and everything in the world, you will not get accepted. And I mean, like, you need like the perfect app, and it's like pretty much impossible. So unless you're desperate, like you want to get accepted before, like if you're not 14 yet or whatever, then you can try, but I suggest waiting, because it's going to be almost impossible. So yeah, except for one thing, Pocket Edition, it's much easier. Poll condition, the age almost doesn't matter on there. I found that out, so yeah. We're gonna move on now. So Mineplex wants people that are applying. Unfortunately, a lot of the newer trainees these days aren't as good. Not to be mean, but I mean, like, they don't have a good knowledge of the Mineplex server in general. Like, you really hardcore, like, I mean, hardcore study the rules, becoming a trainee threads, frequently ask questions, like, you know, stuff like that. You need to actually work hard on it and not just throw it in the trash, as I said before. So, that's extremely important. Next up, we're going to try to go through and see what we have next. So, I'm going to tell you one thing, that the application and interview are practically different processes. I can't even say it right now. Like, the application is looking more for your knowledge and reasoning of why you actually want to be here in the first place and actually work, and they want to see, like, you actually in action working hard to make your application. So, a lot of people will tell you that, quality is better than quantity. That is true. However, having quantity is very important. I will tell you that now. They actually look for quantity. They look for quality way more than quantity, but having a lot of quantity will help. So the reason is because it's hard to make a quality application without putting a lot of effort into it. That's just common sense, you know. Yeah, it's, you know, common sense. I don't really know what else to say besides that. So, when they ask you, have you received any punishments, be honest on that part. I mean, it doesn't change anything. I guarantee you it doesn't change anything, as long as you can explain why and stuff like that. I mean, even if it was a false punishment, explain that too. Alright. Now, here's another thing that I do want to say. Make your application stand out. You don't want it to have it like, let's say, like, as I said before, don't apply for training because you want to ban hackers or help the community. I mean, I know those are good things, important, but that isn't what they want to see, because everyone writes that. Don't write something like, hi, I want to be a trainee because I want to ban hackers and mute people who are baddies. I don't know. You know what I mean? Actually say something different and why, because being a trainee is a little different, because when I first applied, I kind of was more on the rule breaking side, like punching those people instead of helping. They want to see more people who help the community and make an impact on the community, so that will help you more. I can't really say anything else besides that. Yeah, besides just be honest, I guess. I don't really know what to say. So you'll have to wait 10 days or less. Oh, I do also, the longer it takes for your application to be reviewed, the higher chance of you getting asked to do an interview. So if you get denied in 2 hours, your application, let me tell you, not to be rude again, but your application was absolutely terrible. It means it had no chance at all. It didn't even get past 5 minutes. They looked at your application and immediately denied it. If it takes 24 hours, they're starting to actually think about it, but you know, you didn't make it. And for example, if it takes 6 days, you were doing very well, but you might have failed the observation stage. You know, you weren't helping people enough. And yeah, I don't know. And then 10 days. So what happens, you might ask, okay, what happens, let's say I get an interview. I can't tell you that process, so I'm just going to skip that, but you'll pretty much be PM'd asking to do an interview, and then you'll go on an interview, obviously. So here's something a lot of people don't understand about the interview. On all 3 of my interviews, they obviously always ask different things. Like, every interview is different, obviously. Not like they ask the same questions for every person. That's not true. And interviews are long. They will take hours and hours, depending on how good you do. If your interview only lasts 5 minutes, you know you messed up, and they won't even consider you. If your interview takes 4 hours, which that's the average interview time. Well, actually, it's different for everybody. I shouldn't say that. Then they are severely considering you and actually really like what you're saying and whatnot. So My first interview took like 10 minutes, my second one took like an hour and a half, and my third one took like 3 hours or something like that. And I knew at the third one I was ready. Because on the first and second, I was like, I'm not ready. I don't even know why I applied it. Third one, I knew I was ready. That's how you know. When you know you're going to get accepted, you know you're ready. Like I just knew it at that time, and I was right. I got accepted. So here's something. I can't tell you, like, obviously everything about the interview, but I can say that they look way more about you rather than, like, your knowledge. I mean, they look for all that stuff as well, but they want to know about you. That's, like, the main thing. They want to know about you. I don't really know what else to say besides that. They want to know, like, your hobbies. You know, that's not really the thing they ask. That's just an example. They want to know about you. That's all I can say from there. I can't say anything else besides about the interview or application because, you know, I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. Well, lastly, while you're in the stage for waiting for your response on interview or / application, just be helpful in game. I mean, you don't want to go like hack and go like, haha, nub, scrub, you stink at this game, you know. Regardless if they never see you, it's good habit anyways, and they have logs. Keep in mind, they have logs of everything you do, everything you say, no matter what it is. That includes PMs. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I think I explained it. If you have any questions, depending on what it is, I'll try to answer it for you in the comments. Yeah, I think this was good enough, but if it wasn't, I'm sorry. I just did the best I could. I couldn't say like every single thing, otherwise, you know, I'll get in trouble, obviously, and I want to actually try to give a good video that's not too lengthy and whatnot. So yeah, again, that's going to be about it. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.